We recently posted to the Well Your World Facebook group asking what you felt like your favorite weight loss recipes are. We're gonna run through them right now. Here we go. Hey everybody, this is Dylan.
And this is Reeves.
And we are all about making your plant-based diet easy. Easy to follow, easy to cook, easy to eat, easy to do all the rest of the things in your life that you want to enjoy other than being in the kitchen. And we recently asked our community what recipes were best for them as far as weight loss. Obviously, if you're coming from a standard American diet and you've got a lot of weight to lose, you can eat any of our recipes and they're going to help with weight loss. Just eliminating animal products and all the processed junk food alone is going to result in weight loss. But let's get into what your favorite recipes are. What do you say, Reeves?
That sounds fun. A resounding number of votes was for your famous Starch Blaster, which I wouldn't say is a recipe per se. It's more like a formula to get a lot of starch into the belly.
This is what I ate when I was just too busy to pay attention to eating. I wanted to throw everything into the Instant Pot, turn it on, go back to work, and come back when it beeps. And all I did was I took like 5 different starches. Usually it was green lentils, red lentils. I did whole wheat pasta because I like mushy pasta in the Instant Pot. Brown rice. I also love green split peas in it. And then you throw in some flavoring. I use dehydrated veggies, maybe a can of tomatoes, and then seasoning. I love to do a curry version with a curry powder, a Mexican version. Any of your favorite no salt seasonings like the ones we sell on our site are perfect for flavoring up a Starch Blaster. And then it just comes out like a bowl of peasant food. It's just a bowl of calories and health. It's my favorite thing to eat. I could eat so many bowls of it. You can't beat it in terms of time because you just throw everything in and turn it on.
And I think that's why everyone loves it so much, is because it's so easy. They can use what they actually have on hand, so it doesn't like call for specific items. And if you don't have the Starch Blaster formulator yet, I'll put a link for it in the description box, and now you can make your own version of Starch Blaster and post it in the Facebook group so that everyone can get inspired.
Number 2 has really been a fan favorite in the group and is one of our favorites right now, our potato corn chowder. This one is not in the Instant Pot, but it is a dump and go, a really fast recipe that requires no chopping or anything like it. This one, instead of using dry starches like the Starch Blaster, this is all frozen stuff pretty much entirely. It's a bag of the frozen cube potatoes, a bag of seasoning blend or mirepoix mix, which is frozen carrots, celery, onions. We put in corn, and then there's some soy milk, water, veggie broth, whatever, and then flavoring. That's it. It's that simple, and you've got a healthy, filling soup that you can sip on all day long. We'll have that pot gone very quickly. I could eat like 4 or 5 bowls.
There's so much flavor for so little effort on this one, and I think that's why everyone likes it. It only takes about 10 to 15 minutes to put together. It's really fast.
If you want to get hold of the recipe for our potato corn chowder, we'll put a link down below for our meal rotator guide, which is an awesome little workbook that includes a dozen recipes that you can put on your pantry door. I won't get into all the details, but it is a really helpful guide for making cooking really fast and easy.
Another fan favorite is our delicious Irish stew, and I totally understand why. Even though it is fresh ingredients, it's so easy to chop. It's like a thick, hearty, chunky stew, and it just fills you right up. Oh,
you mean you don't have to like precisely chop little dice it? You can actually use like nice stew chunks?
Yeah.
This one is a great way to get the fresh produce in. It's still got pretty similar ingredients, but you just prepare it a different way. And it's got lots of mushrooms, carrots, celery, onion, potatoes, but it's a dark broth, like a darker color. It's a really hearty, delicious stew.
I think it gives some people maybe some like nostalgic taste and flavors too.
Your next favorite was the Colcannon soup. This one, I swear there have been like 1,000 posts in the Facebook group about this one. It is so good. This one is a bit like the potato corn chowder, but we do this one from fresh ingredients. Potatoes, a whole head of cabbage, and this one we did a little bit of cashew cream. If you don't consider that great for weight loss because it has nuts, which are quite rich, you could just use soy milk, whatever. You guys said it was a great weight loss recipe, so I'm going with you.
I know a lot of people in the Facebook group said they blend up beans instead.
Oh, nice. Just to blend up white beans to make a creamy kind of a broth. Great idea.
I'm noticing a trend, Dill, that a lot of people's favorite weight loss recipes are soups and stews, which makes a lot of sense because there's a lot of liquid and they're very filling.
That's a good point. They are my favorite things to eat too. So we do make a lot of recipes that are like one pot, eat it out of a bowl. We're not the type to build a plate of an entree and then a bunch of sides. We just like to make one big filling thing and just eat that.
Eat it all day. Another Well Your World hit is our Mexican charro beans. This is an Instant Pot recipe, but I have seen people in the Facebook group cooking in a crock pot, cooking in a stove, and that's what I love to see in the group, is people helping each other out, posting their inspiration, taking a recipe and making it their own.
This one is so fast and easy. You don't have to soak the beans in advance or anything. Just throw it in the crock pot, boom. When I got started, I ate this every day. Before I figured out Starch Blaster, I was all about beans and pico de gallo, which I made while the beans were cooking. I'd chop up pico, boom, you got beans, pico. Every day, that's what I ate. When I still worked in construction, I was taking a big thermos full of hot beans and pico in my lunchbox, and this was like my get it done meal.
What did people have to say about your beans?
They probably made fun of me all the time, especially when I wasn't looking. They didn't do it to my face because I was the boss.
Whether or not you're on a weight loss journey, these are recipes that people love, and if you haven't tried them, you're gonna wanna try them today. We made a blog, you can click below to get every single recipe for free.
So click below, get started, keep your meals to just a few. That's the best way to stick with this plant-based diet. Eat these 5 recipes over and over and over. You'll memorize how to make them. You won't have to think about anything, and then it'll be that much easier to stick to. Enjoy them. I love you. We'll see you on the next video. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.